Virgo. Let's see what's coming up for you guys in the month of September. What messages do we have for your monthly message? Oh, that was weird. Anyways, what's coming up for Virgo in the month of September? Make sure, guys, that you follow, comment, like, react, whatever you can to let me know that you guys actually appreciate the work that I put into the reading, okay? What's coming up for Virgo? Okay, so far we've got the Two of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Let's see what's coming up for Virgo. Six of Cups, the Hierophant, Four of Swords, the Hermit, that's very Virgo, the Fool, and the Knight of Cups. Overall energy, the Emperor. Okay, Virgo, so you're feeling very much in control right now, huh? Very much in control of either your situation, your emotions. Let's clarify, okay? Because you guys already know. I'm actually going to bring in the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle because I love giving additional, wow, for the Virgo reading, this is crooked as fuck, sorry. Let's get additional advice, okay? The Otter, additional advice for Virgo. The Bee. The Frog. Additional advice for Virgo. One more. Additional advice for Virgo. Ooh, the Tiger. And the overall energy, wow. The Elk. You know what's crazy about this? God, I love tarot and oracle cards. This is literally the same energy. This is the Emperor energy in the oracle. And look what the overall energy is. So you're very much in the state of masculinity. Very strong masculine energy right now. Maybe you're focused on the people that you need to protect, watch over. Could be that you feel that way towards your partner. Could be just a family thing. Could be a business. Let's get into the reading and find out, okay? So I'm going to be using the Tarot of Marseille to clarify. Let's give it a shuffle. All right, let's clarify this Emperor energy. See what's going on here. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm like all over the place today. Before I start clarifying, let's look at the overall energy, okay? Like the entire reading. So we've got the Emperor. On the top row, we've got the Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Then we've got the Six of Cups, Hierophant, Four of Swords, the Hermit, Fool, and Knight of Cups. So, Two of Swords indicates some sort of decision. Now, this decision could be between a business partner and a commitment, or it could be that you're deciding between two different commitments, right? Maybe in one, you're a little bit more the caretaker, and another one, you're more free to do your own thing. Overall, we do have 6 swords on the table. So if there have been any type of difficulties between you and a partner, I do think that there will be a resolving of them. If you're trying to make peace with a partner, if you're trying to get past a difficult moment you guys had together, I do think that that's this is like the appropriate time to do so. Okay. Now, the Three of Wands could give the indication that, I'm trying to straighten these out, sorry. Could give the indication that you are looking towards the future. So if this is a partnership and there's somebody that you're really interested in and you want to build a future with them, right? You want to go to the Hierophant, which is long-term commitment. It's building a really strong foundation for your relationship. Then I think that there's definitely somebody that you have in your crosshairs. And I say crosshairs because we all know that once a Virgo decides, it's game over for the other person, right? So I do think that you are trying to be very careful in how you approach this person, but it's showing up with a lot of rigidity. I do want to say that. You're showing up in a lot of masculine energy. You're showing up as the Emperor, the Elk, King of Pentacles, Hierophant, Hermit. It's very serious. You're being very serious right now. So I can see why the Otter is one of the advice cards. It's like saying, chill out. Just relax. Go with the flow a little bit, you know? Don't be so rigid. Don't be so afraid of what if, because that's what I feel like it's coming from. The Tiger, the advice of the Tiger is don't be afraid of feminine energy. And I feel like that's a theme right now because there's so much masculine energy here that the advice has to be of don't be afraid of feminine energy. So maybe you're afraid of expressing your emotions. Maybe you're afraid of vulnerability. Maybe you're afraid of softness. And the advice is don't focus on that. Yes, be hardworking. Yes, be diligent, but also learn to play. Learn to be connected to your inner child. Learn to be in touch with your emotions. Which I think will have a big impact in how you're received because we have the Six of Cups here. So there's definitely a strong bond, but relax. Knight of Cups. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to be playful and whimsical, right? Okay, now let's go in and clarify. Let's start with this Emperor. Clarify the Emperor for Virgo. Okay, we got the look, Knight of Cups twice, okay? We got the Knight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. One more for the Emperor. Wow, that's a lot, but we'll take it. Look at this. We got the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Lovers. With the Nine of Wands. Ooh, the Nine of Wands being the overall energy. I'm not even going to pick up the cards because it annoys me that I keep messing them up. So I'm just going to go off of what I'm seeing here, okay? So you're showing up in your Emperor energy because I do think that you're being very guarded towards this connection. You really want it. You really want this love connection, but you're also really afraid of it. So you want to build, but then you don't want to build. And then you want to bond, but then you don't want to bond. And you want this love, but then you're kind of like, what if it goes away? Oh, Lord. Virgo. I do think at some point, because we do have the Fool here, but this is more towards the end of the month. I do think at some point you're going to stop fighting this connection, this bond, and you're just going to go for it. You're just going to accept it. You're going to stop the struggle. Because it feels like, you know, when somebody's drowning, there's a saying in Spanish that says, está dando patadas de ahogado, which means that they're giving their last few kicks before they completely, stop fighting, before they completely drown. I feel like you're in that energy right now. You feel that emotions are drowning you. And so you would rather fight like hell because this feels like a lot. It's too much. It's too much for you. It's what it feels like. But you're going to be fine. I think that you're overthinking a little bit. I mean, you are ruled by Mercury, so that makes sense. You're overthinking it a little bit. This is not as bad as it feels. This is divine connections, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords for Virgo. We get the Nine of Cups. The Temperance card. The Tower and the King of Swords. Oh, Lord. With the Eight of Swords. Okay. So I feel like you're trying to do this thing where you're like, okay, so how about we don't go like all full ham on it? Let's just kind of rappel our way down into love. So if you think of love like a cliff, right? Some people will throw themselves off the cliff into love. And you're kind of like, no. I need a rope to like gently go down this cliff. So you're trying to control your descent into it. But then look at this. You got the Tower. I don't think you can control it much longer, Virgo. In fact, with the King of Swords, it's almost like you're in this really hyper aware state of where things are going, which is why you're doing the whole fighting this situation. But with the King of Swords, the knowledge is coming through that you're gonna fall. Like you're falling and you can't control it. You can't hold back forever. You can't. Yeah, you just can't. You can't hold back forever. What's meant to be will be. Even if you're cold, even if you act like you don't care and you're distant and you're really like overly logical, at some point you're going to step into King of Pentacles energy. Like, okay, let's stop being logical. Let's start being more practical. How do we make this happen? Where do we make it happen? When do we make it happen? Let's clarify King of Pentacles. King of Cups. Clarify King of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. With the Four of Cups as the overall energy. So you're acting like you're not seeing it. There's somebody right in front of you that is everything you've ever wanted in a partner. And you're kind of like, what? I'm temporarily blind. I don't know what you're talking about. But you're showing up as three kings so far. I mean, you're the emperor. So you've got all of it there. You've got the wands, you've got the cups, you've got the pentacles, and you've got the swords. But you're telling yourself with this King of Cups and King of Pentacles, you're like, oh, we're just friends. We're just friends. I'm too busy with work. I've got so much to do. So I don't really have time for romance. Which is why it's so appropriate that the B comes up at that point. It's like, okay, work is great. Give yourself time to chill though. Because sometimes we work to avoid other things, and that's what you're doing. If you find yourself really busy with work all of a sudden, that's why. You're trying to avoid this connection. And look at that. 4 cups, 5, 6. The 6 of Cups keeps showing up over and over. This bond is not going away. You can't work the bond away. So let's look at this 3 of Wands. Clarify 3 of Wands for Virgo. Okay, we get the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, the Devil. Ooh. And the Knight of Wands. Wow, with the 7 of Swords. So this is the potential to get really toxic really quick, Virgo. 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, the Devil, Knight of Wands for the 3 of Wands. Because I feel like the 3 of Wands is wanting to move forward, wanting to figure out how do we get to the next step? How do we get to the next level? But you're sabotaging it. You're destroying the chances of getting to the next level because you're overthinking. You're doing the Virgo analytical thing with the 7 of Pentacles. Like, wait, is this worth my investment? Is this where I want to put my time and energy? And then you start destroying it because you're starting to get obsessive. You're starting to get controlling. You are trying to control this connection because you're so hyper focused on it has to work. It has to work. But By hyper focusing on that, it's really coming from a place of fear, and it starts getting really toxic. You may even start exploring other options, because again, you're doing the self-sabotage thing. You're kind of like, well, I don't want to narrow my field of options. Let's go out and look at more options. When the option you want is right there. You don't need to go out. Oh, Virgo. Virgo. What am I going to do with you? Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Clarify Six of Cups, Virgo. We get the Two of Wands. Ooh. Okay. So we get the Ten of Cups. And to clarify the Six of Cups, we get the Two of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Death card. Something's got to give, Virgo. Something's got to change. If you want this happily ever after, you want this soul bond, you want this really deep connection, something has to change. You're at a crossroads right now. You have the decision of what are you going to choose? Which way are you going to go? Because you're burdening yourself unnecessarily. Because you're doing the hyper obsessive controlling thing, because you're doing it all in the name of protecting yourself. But you don't realize that this feeling of like, I need to protect myself, it's coming from a place of fear. That needs to change. That needs to die. That needs to let go of. Because the possibility of commitment, happily ever after, and I mean, there's no such thing as like the true happily ever after where it's like a fucking fairy tale, right? I'm talking to Virgo, so I know y'all, that's not what you expect. But if you have Neptune or Pisces somewhere in your chart, you might still want that. You got to be careful. Because by hyper focusing on whether it's going to last or not, you're destroying it. You're crushing it to death by being obsessive and controlling. And you don't want to do that, Virgo. We've got the frog here as advice. And the frog is cleanse yourself. Go to a lake, go to the ocean, or take a shower. It's water. Using water to purify, using water to cleanse. You've got to release all of that fear, Virgo. And part of that would be maybe that's where you need to analyze. That's where you need to hyper focus. Where is that fear coming from? Who taught you that love automatically correlates to abandonment? That needs to be released. That's what the death card and the frog are here for. That needs to be let go of, because now, yes, you can also put salt in water and use that to purify, like a spiritual bath. But you need to release that, because your fear is killing this beautiful bond that you're coming across. Let's clarify the Hierophant, okay? Let's see what the Hierophant has. Clarify the Hierophant for Virgo. Okay, we got the Seven of Swords already. The Hierophant for Virgo. Oh, nothing else wants to come out? Wow. Okay. High Priestess. Okay, that's a lot. The Hierophant again. Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun card. With the Queen of Pentacles overall. I feel like this person may have Earth in their chart. They really want to help you. They want to help you get over this fear. I mean, it concerns them as well, right? They really want to get close to you. And I think that they're sensing what you're doing. They're sensing where it's coming from. But I don't know if you allow it, because this is where we get the Tiger. And the Tiger as advice is don't fear the feminine energy, which is vulnerability, which is emotional expression, warmth, love. You're sitting here afraid of it. So you're doing this, self-sabotage thing where you're claiming that your intuition is telling you that this is a bad situation. But you're lying to yourself, Virgo. It is not a bad situation. You're just avoiding the commitment because you're lying to yourself. When in reality, this is a lot of love. There's a lot of love in this connection. There's a lot of practical, grounded energy. There's joy, happiness, radiance, all connected to this commitment. But you're either going to keep destroying it out of fear, or you're going to accept the help that this person is offering. Because I feel like the person that you're connected to wants to help. Because the masculine energy is very assertive, okay? So you're being like, okay, I'm gonna be the one directing where this is gonna go. That's masculine, right? The masculine is here in both forms. But the masculine is also very controlling because they're worried about the outcome, right? The feminine is in the moment energy. Masculine is not. Masculine is like, we got to plan this out. We have to know where it's going to go. Is it worth our time? Feminine is like, oh, this feels good. So stop being afraid of just enjoying where you're at, Virgo. Stop trying to control it. I understand that you're doing it from a place of like, well, if it's not going to last, why would I keep investing into it? But sometimes through just experiencing the connection, through just enjoying it, that's what gives it longevity. That's what gives it long-lasting appeal. People are not formulas and equations that you can figure out. Not immediately. You have to give them time. So allow yourself to step into the feminine. Allow yourself to step into the moment, the experience, okay? Let me put these a little aside so that we can clarify this Four of Swords. Because I do think at some point, I do believe, remember the overall energy with this Queen of Pentacles, the person you're connecting to has a lot of earth energy. And I do think that they're approaching you as the feminine, which is why you really like this connection. They're like your opposite in a lot of ways. And they're approaching you with the, let me help you. Let me help you get past this. Don't be afraid of me. I'm not going to hurt you. And I do think with the Four of Swords that you're allowing it. Let's see. Let's find out. Clarify Four of Swords. Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords. Wow. And the Fool card. The Fool's here twice. Yes, I like it. I like it, Virgo. Because you are stepping into this. Okay. Go ahead. Like, I think you finally let go. You get into this place where you're like, take a deep breath and plunge in. Help me. Allow me to, or teach me, how can I get past this? And that steps you into this happiness. The Ten of Cups is like this person is guiding you into just enjoying the moment. Eight of Wands, I do think that there's a lot of communication about it. I do think that this person like literally gives you step by step or experiences that they've been through, people that they've seen. They help you end this cycle of self-sabotage. It could be that they see through it and they're telling you, look, I see what you're doing. And that could be part of what freaks you out because you're used to being the one seeing through other people and this person can see through you. And they're like, I see what you're doing. I understand where it's coming from, but I need you to trust me. I need you to trust me. And the next card comes up as the Hermit, which is really Virgo at its highest vibration. So I do think that you're going to learn. You're going to allow yourself to learn from the situation. Let's clarify that. Clarify the Hermit for Virgo in the month of September. Wow, look at that. We get the Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. The World card and the Judgment. Whoa, Virgo. Page of Wands. Okay. This is going to send you into shadow work. Inadvertently, right? It's not like you planned it out. It's not like this person planned it out either. But this is going to take you into the realm of, what did I experience as a child? What type of family dynamic did I share? Did I experience that makes me so terrified of loss? What family, because this is the family, right? And this is this not being able to sleep at night. So these things are going to come up maybe in your dreams or maybe as you fall asleep. What type of dynamic did I experience that makes me this way, that has me in this, like, I have to know how it's going to turn out, I have to control it, I have to do this? Like, you're realizing that your behavior has roots in your childhood, in the experiences you went through as a child. And then we get into the major arcanas. Then you start leveling up, because you're bringing to life pieces of you that died as a child. Maybe the ability to trust, maybe the ability to dream, to be idealistic. The pieces of you that died as a child because of your environment will be called back to life through your connection with this person. Let's clarify this, the Fool card. Clarify the Fool card for Virgo. We get the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. The Emperor. The Four of Wands, the Magician, Nine of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. Wow, 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 oh wow. With the Fool card again. Oh, Virgo, this is interesting. Okay, so we get the Fool card twice. So you're definitely going to step into a place of trust, okay? I do think, though, you're going to start realizing a lot of things. The Wheel of Fortune, although it does speak of fate and destiny, and you realize why this connection is so important, why it was brought into your life, it's not just that. It's also knowledge, because it's a Jupiter card, right? It's knowledge about where this masculine energy came from. You start realizing, oh, so that's why I try to control everything. Oh, so that's why I have to be the one leading. I have to be the one in charge. That's why I'm very careful with my home, with, what it is I create. Nine of Pentacles, you keep yourself single and isolated in this place of financial security, perhaps, or not even financial, but independence. It's this hyper independence of, like, I don't ever allow anyone to help me. I don't ever allow anyone to give me a hand. Five of Pentacles, because I feel like they're going to disappoint me. They're going to let me down. I'll be hurt again, the way I was hurt when I was a child. So you're always in this place of, like, never letting people in, never letting people give you any type of support because of what you experienced. So I do think this is going to help you move into a much stronger place of trust. And I don't think that you were ready for that. You weren't expecting it. But let's clarify this last card, the Knight of Cups. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Okay, overall energy, again, the Page of Wands. Wow, we got a little stack here. The Hermit, Two of Swords. Damn. Okay, the Fool, Three of Wands, the Hanged Man, Page of Swords, Eight of Swords, and ending with the Two of Cups. So, the Knight of Cups is so idealistic. It's like a Piscean card. It's the opposite of Virgo, right? But I do think that you step into the energy because you're really allowing yourself to be soft. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You're stepping into the feminine energy because you realize I can't always react the way I did when I was a child. And the reactions that are coming out, although it's you as an adult, they're still coming through as who you were as a child, what you needed as a child. So let's look at these because we got a whole clump of cards here. We've got the Hermit, the Two of Swords, and the Fool card. So this knowledge that's coming through for the Hermit, right? You have a decision. You're either going to trust You're going to move forward, or you're going to stay where you're at. But the death card is here, so I do think you want to transform. I do think you want to change. You want to move forward into what's the next stage. So like, let's say that this is just somebody you're just talking to. Y'all haven't even started dating. With the Three of Wands, you do want to move it to, okay, let's date. Or if you're dating, you want to move it to how do we get into a relationship? Or if you're in a relationship, how do we move in together, etc., etc. Whatever the next phase is. Because now you see things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man always makes me think of somebody that sees the world upside down. You're starting to see things completely different than what you would have when you started this connection. The person that you're engaging with could be someone that makes you question things, right? So if initially with the Eight of Swords, you were all in your head, you were all feeling like trapped, feeling like you didn't have a way out, you didn't know what to do, this person is getting you to question that. Why though? Where'd that come from? What's the root of it? What's the origin? And that leads you to Two of Cups. Whoa! So that's a lot, Virgo. I don't even know. I think that this month is going to be a month full of surprises for you. Happy birthday, by the way, to all the Virgos present, because your season is here, your solar return is here. So this solar return, I feel, is going to be very impactful for you when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships and connections. You're really realizing where the origin of a lot of your behaviors that come from that place, where they're from. Okay, so congratulations, Virgo. I'm going to end the reading here. So that I don't have like too much going on, but please make sure you react to the video, share, comment, do what you can to push the algorithm. And I appreciate you guys. Love you. Bye.